All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, there is a chance that Pitt quarterback Kenny Pickett could win the Heisman Trophy tonight. And if Pickett were to do so, he'd be the first Pitt player since Tony Dorsett in 1976 and just a second overall in school history to win that coveted award. Now, after having four modest years to begin his career at Pitt, Pickett really exploded here in 2021 as he threw 42 touchdowns to just seven interceptions as he led the Panthers to their first ACC championship in school history, while it was also the first outright conference title of any kind for Pitt. I know that they were co-champions a couple of times in the Big East, but nonetheless, this is the first one where nobody else can claim a share to that title. Now, Pickett's going to get a chance to finish his collegiate career versus a Michigan State defense in the Peach Bowl that really was not good this year. And, it's going to be another opportunity for him to add to his stellar resume, which includes him being the ACC Offensive Player of the Year here for 2021. And after this strong season from Pickett, the NFL scouts are drooling over him as, in my opinion, he's the best quarterback prospect in this draft class. And he's also the best quarterback prospect to come out of Pitt since the days of Dan Marino. But you have to ask yourself, is Pickett a one-year wonder, or does he have what it takes to be a solid signal caller in the NFL? Now you look at Pickett, he's 6'3", 228 pounds, and he has that prototypical size for the NFL game. We know that Pickett has wheels. Of course, he scored that controversial touchdown against Wake Forest in the ACC championship game. But more importantly, he has a solid arm. You look at him, he- uh, he has his strengths and weaknesses like everybody else does. He can be flustered by an attacking defense, which is something that he's going to have to work on at the next level. But I think it's something that is fixable. He is in the mode of the bigger athletic quarterbacks that we've seen in the NFL right now, kind of like Daniel Jones or Justin Herbert, just in that size wise. But he is much more accurate in throwing the football than Daniel Jones of the Giants currently is. And so don't get me twisted when I'm like making that comparison to Daniel Jones and Kenny Pickett. Uh, Pickett to me won't have to wait long to hear his name called in the NFL draft next spring. As like I said, he could be the first quarterback taken in this class, and I expect plenty of teams to be in the mix for his services: the Houston Texans, Seattle Seahawks, New York Giants, Carolina Panthers, New Orleans Saints, Philadelphia Eagles, Denver Broncos, and Pittsburgh Steelers could all be in the mix. For the services of Pickett. Now, with that said, would a team be willing to trade up to take Pickett? Because aside from Pickett, the quarterbacks at the top of this class are going to be Matt Corral, Sam Howell, and Desmond Ritter. Obviously a team is going to sit back and evaluate all of those quarterbacks and see, who's the best option for my team, who has the best potential to be a franchise quarterback for my team. And I guarantee you, they're definitely going to sit back and evaluate the body of work from Kenny Pickett. To me, I think Pickett's success, and I think he does have the potential to have success in the NFL. I think it's going to come down to the right team and the right system. You look at it right now, some of these teams that I mentioned, they would have to move up in the draft to take him. I talked about the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks come down to the fact of whether or not the rumors are true. If Russell Wilson could end up with the Giants next year, that's what that would have to come down to. It's not a slam dunk, obviously. And I'm using the word if strongly here, if the Seahawks and Giants were to make a trade, I guarantee you one of those first round picks that the Giants currently own would have to be part of that deal. So that would definitely shoot Seattle into that mix. Houston, we know all of the issues with Deshaun Watson right now, but any way, shape, or form, I don't see Deshaun Watson playing for the Texans next season, regardless if he's playing for another team or he's just not in the NFL. The New York Giants, the bottom line is if you're the Giants, you can't have another season with Daniel Jones as your starting quarterback. So do you start over with another rookie in Kenny Pickett, or do you go to veteran route? We'll have to wait and see. The Carolina Panthers under head coach Matt Rule, they are still attempting to find that right connection at the quarterback position. Hasn't come down the pike yet. The Philadelphia Eagles, are they going to commit to Jalen Hurts long term? We'll have to wait and see. So Philly could be in that mix. The Denver Broncos, they have had so many quarterback issues since they last won the Super Bowl. And it's a situation for Denver. They're still looking for that right mix. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers, I say that because all signs point to Ben Roethlisberger ending his career after this season. And the Steelers definitely would be looking for the next franchise quarterback. And of course, they know a lot about Kenny Pickett because Pitt is right there, in the same city with the Pittsburgh Steelers. A lot of it's going to come down to movement in the draft, of course, like that. You look at the Houston Texans currently. If the season were to end today, they would pick third, and they are the first logical option to select a quarterback, followed by the Giants, who are number 6 and 7 right now currently. But a lot will have to wait and see. But I'll tell you like this: when it comes to a quarterback like Kenny Pickett, if he is the first quarterback taken, and if he is taken very early on in the first round, if you're the Detroit Lions or if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, you would have to listen to some trade offers in order to really sweeten the pot for your respective club to try to go out there and get multiple draft picks. And I say that because obviously Jacksonville is not going to take a quarterback after they took Trevor Lawrence first overall last year. Detroit, with the contract of Jared Goff, they're kind of attached at the hip right now. So, with that said, you know that you're not going to be in the market for a quarterback, but some other teams could be. And if you're in the front office in Jacksonville, and if you're in the front office in Detroit, hey, you could definitely listen to some deals, and if you're smart with it, really get a deal that could set your franchise up for the next couple of years. But nonetheless, getting back to the main subject at hand, and that is Kenny Pickett. I like what I've seen from his arm. I like what I've seen from his instincts. And again, if he is put in the right situation here, he has the potential to have some success in the NFL. It might not be a situation where, you get on the bandwagon and, the guy's going to light it up right away. Of course not. But again, it all comes down to that right system. It all comes down to the right fit. And if Kenny Pickett finds himself in the right fit in the NFL, he will definitely be set up for success. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take the time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So, once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin, signing off, saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.